and welcome back to the Charlotte Wallace YouTube. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Charlotte Wallace YouTube channel. So today I am here with the fabulous Alexandra and known as Alex. She doesn't like to be known as Alexandra. Alex?
Ali.
Ali?
Ali.
Better get it right. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, Charlotte Wallace MUA, and Twitter, CW Makeup Artist. Okay? So today I thought we would do a Met Gala inspired look. So I was really inspired by seeing everyone be so creative at this year's Met Gala with the theme being heavenly bodies and the Catholic imagination. So I thought, using this beautiful model and my bestie, that we would go ahead and do a makeup tutorial that's not on my face but on someone else's. So starting off with a fluffy brush and this blue toned shimmery grey eyeshadow, and I applied that directly into her crease quite heavily, winging it out and blending to the inner corner. Now my camera did cut out here, but luckily I caught it early enough. So I did the same on the other eye, and then I went in with a dusty rose blusher and I added that right into the brow bone and underneath the lash line on the bottom as well to really blend it out. And I wanted this kind of dual toned effect going on as well. I then went in with some concealer on the lid. I don't want to cut the lid, I just want to sort of blend out the concealer just to give it something to stick to when we add the eyeshadow on top. I then went in with this shimmer and I used some setting spray to make sure that there was no fallout and to make sure that I could pick up the most of the pigment as well when applying it to the lid. And I patted this on before blending it ever so slightly in certain places so it wasn't like a solid line or anything like that. I then went in with a lighter eyeshadow. This is a white, but in the light it goes to a pinky tone. So I added that to the brow bone as a highlight and to the inner corner as well. I then took another eyeshadow, and this other eyeshadow is a green, slightly blue grey eyeshadow. In the light it changes as well. So I added that to the crease again, setting spray and all. I also blended this right underneath the whole of the lash line at the bottom. Oh, and now time for the eyeliner. So this eyeliner was pretty hard to film, which is why I keep moving around quite a lot, because I was just trying not to block the camera. Eventually I got over it, I'm afraid, because I wanted the eyeliner to look really good and perfect. This eyeliner was really cool because the pigment is definitely there. I mean, it's definitely white. However, on the eye it starts to crack because it kind of dries like paint. It's very strange. I guess that's because of how much pigment it has in it. But Alex did say that she could feel it on her eye and it felt like it was going to crack and crumble off. And that is how it kind of looked. So it's not that great for long wear, I don't think. I think it would crumble through the night and you might look a bit odd. But anyway, I loved it for the photos and everything like that. I then went in with a contour here, and this is a powder contour. I used a very cool toned powder, however it does turn up a bit warmer on her skin tone just because it was just a bit, well, it's a lot darker than her skin tone is. Yeah, so it's just a little bit warmer on her, so I will go in with less bronzer when I apply that later. And I took this under the cheekbones, up the temples, slightly onto the forehead just to blend it. Of course, I also took this down the jawline, or across the jawline rather. You don't want to blend it too far down the neck. And then a little bit on the nose, but I always dust my brush off before I do the nose, just so that it's not too dark. On a small brush, I just went in with some maroon eyeshadow on the very bottom lash line, getting really close to those lashes, just to deepen the bottom lash line up a bit because obviously there's the white on the top. I then went in with the bronzer on top of the cheekbones, blending onto the apples of the cheeks a little bit, up the sides of the face, and I will take it across the top of the forehead as well, and then down the neck and across the nose as well. I then went in with the same blusher that I used on her eyelids earlier, and I dusted this off on my arm before applying it to her cheekbones, the apples of her cheeks, and a little bit up to the temples. I didn't want it to be too rosy, especially because she's got enough of the bronzer and the contour going on. So I then went in with a rose gold glowing highlight. I added a lot of this. Now I went in with the brush first, and I make sure to tilt her face just so that I can catch the light as I apply it and really see what I'm working with. And I made sure to take it up to the brow as well, across the nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin as well. And then I went in with the lighter colour with my finger, just so that I could apply it in a more controlled motion and less blended. I applied that to the cupid's bow, the bridge of the nose, a little bit on the cheekbones, in the very centre of the cheekbone, and that was pretty much it for the highlight. I then went in with a tiny bit of that sculpting colour, just to blend the two colours together so it doesn't stand out too strong in some areas. I then went in with a lash primer, and I started by applying this on the top of the lashes. This lash primer is by Estee Lauder and it comes out black, it is a black one. And yeah, I applied it to the tops first just to cover up any of the white that I got on top of the lashes there. And then I brushed them back up on the bottom and I curled them while it's still tacky. I also curled them beforehand. Now she's got really, really long, full, thick lashes. They're really healthy, but they are very straight, so you won't be able to see them unless we get that nice curl going on. And because they're so thick, it makes them quite hard to curl, although they look great in photographs. So she's definitely lucky to have these lashes. So I followed that with mascara after I curled them a couple times. I put mascara both on the top and the bottom lashes. And then here I was just covering up any pimples or fallout or anything that I had from the mascara. I then took this really fluffy face powder brush and I went in with this multi kind of toned, almost a blusher bronzer. It's very pink toned, very, very warm, but it's got some slight glittery specks in it. And I just added that to all the outskirts of the face, sometimes over the nose a bit as well, just to add a little bit more to the face, bronzing it up again, a little bit extra, and also adding a bit of that shimmer to the contour areas, which were mostly matte. I then set that with some spray and time to do the lips. So this was just a clear lip balm. I then went in with a lip liner, and this matches her natural lip colour so that it looks really soft, and yeah, the lip liner is just there to add that sharp edge to her natural lips. I then jumped back to the eyes by taking some lash glue. This lash glue will dry clear. I applied that with the concealer brush under the brow bone into the inner corner of the eye on both sides. And I just applied a very small amount. I don't want this glitter to be too much. I then dipped the brush into this purple blue glitter from NYX and tapped that on top of the glue. So I just wanted it to stick just a few of the glitter specks. I don't want it to be in your face. I just want it to catch the light, so I blew a lot of that away and then brushed it with a very clean brush as well. If you need to, you can use tape to pick up any stray pieces of glitter, because God knows they will be everywhere. And then I went in with this shimmery liquid lipstick from the Body Shop. Matches the kind of nude tone of the lip we have going on anyway. And then I put a lip oil on top. This is really cool because it looks like a lip gloss, but it doesn't feel like super sticky. I then decided to fill in her eyebrows, so I had left them to the last minute. Now normally I do the eyebrows first, but she's got such full ones anyway that it kind of sculpts her face naturally with how they are. So I just built them at the front there to give her a sharper, more defined front, so it was a bit more square and there weren't those gaps at the bottom. And pretty much I just followed the bottom of her brows. I didn't need to do much on the top, and I certainly didn't need to fill in the center of the brows. And her ends also, they're pretty long and defined, so it was mostly just those tiny weeny little gaps. And then we are done with this tutorial. Yay! Thank you so much to Alex for being a beautiful model. Isn't she stunning? And I really love this look. I hope you guys get what I was going with the theme here. Kind of like heavenly bodies, goddess, shimmer, gods. Now if you want to see this dress that she's wearing, click on my next video. And I will see you guys soon. I love you lots. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and I will see you in the next video. Bye!